Pyar Plus presents an essay on video by Srishti Pandey, a student and a disability rights advocate. In her essay, she talks about defying stereotypes, having crushes, and feeling lovable. I have a disability. Why does everyone keep saying that love is not for me? In grade 8, my friends and I were once discussing the latest rom-coms during lunch break. One of them suddenly confessed her feelings for a guy, and we got all excited and giggly. That led to everyone in the group talking about their crushes and love. It got me thinking about my recent and first ever crush. I felt shy but couldn't wait to let them know about him. However, when it came to my turn, my friends didn't even consider me. I urged them to listen to my story for my thoughts on love, and they simply laughed it off. तू क्या करेगी प्यार व्यार करके? Perhaps they assumed I wasn't capable of loving someone or wasn't capable of being loved by others. It made me feel small and unimportant. But I shouldn't have been surprised. As someone with a disability, I too was conditioned to believe that love and disability could never go together. I was told from the beginning that love and or marriage would never be an option for me. That finding someone who would actually love me was a distant dream. Every time I would dare to dream about love, there would always be someone to crush them. Random aunties would ask my mom, आगे जाकर इसकी शादी में तो कितनी दिक्कत आएगी ना? Getting her married would be so difficult for you people, right? The funny thing is, they would never show concern for other issues like educational institutions not being accessible or the chance that I would not be able to continue school or get a job. Because marriage, of course, is the only important thing in a woman's life. Whenever my friends would start talking about their first dates, first relationships, first kisses, I would sit and listen to them with so much enthusiasm and dream about going on a date, having a relationship, having my own first kiss. When my friends got into relationships, everyone else would congratulate them. Everyone would be so happy for them. When I would mention even the name of my crush, leave alone dating or falling in love, everyone would start telling me how unsafe it was for me to be in a relationship, or how someone would only be with me out of pity. Pity, a lack of safety, exploitation. This is how society introduced love to me. And so I learned and accepted it as well, not realizing I didn't have to. People would share quotes, poems, and stories about how love can happen anywhere, anytime, with anyone. The same people would tell me there were a few exceptions. I didn't know who and what to believe. I didn't know who deserved love and who didn't. How could I know all of this? After all, love wasn't made for me. I often listen to music while traveling, and recently I came across this song. इन दिनों दिल मेरा मुझसे है कह रहा, तू ख्वाब सजा, तू जी ले ज़रा, है तुझे भी इजाज़त कर ले तू भी मोहब्बत. Which means my heart these days tells me to dream and to live more. It says I too have the right to love. And it got me thinking because it reminded me of the struggle of breaking out of the shell of stereotypes that society had built around me. It took me way too long to realize that I too was allowed love, that I too was worthy of it. Love, they say, it's the most beautiful feeling in the world. That there's nothing like your first crush, first touch, first kiss, falling in love, falling out of it, and falling in again. Isn't getting a text back from your crush the sweetest thing ever? And getting to know that they like you back is, well, magical. Oh, and your friends calling you by your crush's name is the cutest tease ever, no? This is what I wanted for myself, no matter what other people said. I wanted to break away from this confusion, and I realized the only way to do that was to unlearn whatever I had learned. People would tell me that love is uncertain, but I'd think to myself, isn't it the same for everyone else regardless of disability? They'd tell me that there would be heartbreaks and chaos, but does love only bring joy to everyone? I introspected more often and interacted more with people with and without disabilities, and came to the realization that there has never been any standard definition of love, and there never will be one. I'm pretty bad at math, but if I can understand that you and I both have an equal probability of falling in love, you can too. Of course, having disabilities comes with a few extra considerations. But every relationship comes with certain expectations and adjustments, no? We have been conditioned for ages to believe that people with disabilities are incapable in almost all aspects of their life. Breaking this conditioning is difficult. It gets worse when you're a woman with a disability because you're targeted with double prejudice. You're a woman and you're disabled. You're not supposed to love. But when love doesn't mind, who are we to care? Let's stop making rules for falling in and out of love. Love is love. Let love be love. प्यार को प्यार ही रहने दो. This video ends with a blue slate that reads, An Agents of Ishq Paro Devi Pictures production.